I don't know. For me, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. A man who said that I want a submissive woman.
Yeah.
It's not a good. Also, I won't say it's not a good man, but it's someone with insecurity.
Yeah, I think
It's
what you're
someone
trying
with
to say
a little
who's
bit-
like a little bit weak in character.
Exactly, because you want respect, you want loyalty
Yes.
from each side. The
That's
woman
exactly
as well
right.
want respect and loyalty. So
Right.
so if the person next in front of you, which is your woman or whatever, if she want loyalty and respect, that means when you're gonna go behind the line, she gonna be there to tell you, yo, this is too much.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. Because sometimes you don't know. Sometimes because like I said, the tiredness and everything, you don't know sometimes that you're going too much.
Right.
And you need your partner to be there and say, yo, now that's too much. Come back.
That's exactly
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's exactly
But
right.
if you are a man who said, I don't want my wife to talk. I don't want my wife to say
She shouldn't be
anything.
questioning me. She shouldn't be
quiet.
right.
There is a problem. There is a problem for me.
Look, I definitely agree. I think that there are situations where men expect respect and loyalty and submissiveness. I think all of that is earned and it's also reciprocal.
Yes.
So I'm not going to be quiet just because you think I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
And there's been situations where me and you are arguing and you're like, you need to stop. And I'll be like, I'm not gonna. Maybe I'm being petty. I'm being petty in that moment and being an asshole, right?
Yeah.
But, however, the fact of the matter is, like, I feel safe enough to be my complete self with you. So
Yeah. This is so important.
it is, because
is
at
so
the end of the
important.
day, like, yes, eventually I will rein it in. Eventually, you know, I'll come to my senses. However, if you're not feeling comfortable enough with your partner to be yourself, and I'm not saying like go over the line and swear and throw things and shit like that. No, that's not what I mean. That's a whole different type of that's a different type of argument, right? That's not an argument. It's beyond that, right?
Yes.
So I'm just saying, like, to fully express yourself in that moment, you need to be able to feel safe with that person. Because if you're not allowed to yell, let's say, I'm not saying you have to scream at each other, but like if you're in a relationship and you're not allowed to yell at your partner, or not yell at them, like raise your voice from passion. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying like yell and be like, yeah, not like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm saying like raise your voice when you're saying something because you're upset. Mm-hmm. If you're not allowed to do that, you're not allowed to be yourself.
Also, just the word allowed. If there is an allowed word in your relationship, also for me there's a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're not allowed to do that. It's very strange for me to hear that. You're not allowed to do that. I'm never gonna tell you that. Right. I'm gonna say in our relationship, there is certain things we should be banned.
Yeah.
So we don't swear at each other.
Right.
We don't say certain words who never have to be said for a relationship.
Yeah.
You can't
unsay
certain things. So when you say them, and there is certain thing we don't play with that. This is the way the way we approach those things. It's not about you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do this, and you're not allowed to do that. You know what I mean? So
because I think in a lot of arguments, like, you know, when you're younger, especially, you're always like, you're arguing, heat of the moment, you're like, it's over, I'm done with you, I never want to see you again, right? Yeah. And then the more and more you say shit like that, eventually one day you're just actually gonna speak it into existence, like it's gonna happen. So it's like when you're arguing with a person who you deeply love and you know you're gonna be with, that doesn't even come into your mind. Like, it doesn't even come into your mind to be like no matter how bad our argument is, I'm never in doubt of the fact that we're gonna resolve it, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
and on top of it, we are in a period of we're in a certain period of our life.
A very transformational period. Yeah.
It's and like I said, when we get through this, we can get through everything. because the sleep deprivation, the work, the child, 2 under 2. I mean, people have harder life. People are easier life as well.
Of course.
We don't
We're
compare.
not comparing.
But
no.
it's just a way to.
We had a lot of different. We had a lot of significant milestone changes in our lives in a very short time.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's what it is.
Yes.
We were a little bit shocked by change. It was like change. It's overwhelming.
And this is where you prepare to navigate to those moments. It started in the dating phase.
Yeah, exactly.
Because be able to see during the explorationship and the dating phase how you handle conflict. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. I think this is a key factor for decision if you want to be in a relationship with someone, you know?
I think what happened with us specifically that made it really not easy to handle conflict, but like it made it easier was the fact that because we were friends.
Yeah.
Because we were friends and we would talk about all types of stuff.
Yes.
Right? When it came to resolving conflict, I don't know that we were afraid to really share what the issue was.
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say we really did this explorationship moment for me, which is I would say even the most important part of your dating journey with someone is the explorationship. The moment you start to introduce the date, your date into your life, but really, you know, not just to see each other 1 time a week, 2 times a week at your best moment, and after your date go back to his life and you go back to your life, and you think that you have something. Yeah, you create bond.
Yeah,
you create bond and things like that. There was no problem with that. But there is a lot of things that you don't know, that you don't see.
Yeah.
And when you start to when you stay like what, 2 years?
It was like a year and a half.
A year and a half in I would say explorationship mode. You know? Then things you cannot lie during 1 year and a half about everything. Even if you wanted to only show your best self, you will have to show certain things. You will have to be hungry. You have to disagree about certain things.
Yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't say that we disagreed.
No, but there was
often. But when we did, there was like it was around big things.
Yeah, it was around big things. It was around big things. Yeah. So it changed a lot, and even more when you are over 30. When you are over 30.
Yeah.
Because 25, 20, it's okay. You can make mistakes. You have a little bit of time and things. When you start to over 30, 35, you want to intentionally find someone. This is so important because you lose time. You're losing time, effort, energy, everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just want to stress when I hear people a lot, like, because we watch dating shows and stuff like that. Like, we'll watch Pop the Balloon. And
I know.
We'll watch Love is Blind.
I know.
And that's why I'm not allowed to watch it without you. But
What, me? I said that? I never said that.
Allowed.
Don't
Sorry, not allowed. I'm banned. Because that's the word. That's the word. We're banned.
No, don't believe that.
Yeah. So anyway, because we watch it, like a lot of the times you'll see people say things like, I want my partner to be my best friend.
Yeah.
And a lot of people throw that around.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you actually in that situation, you're not really trying to be best friends with the person. You know, like when you're actually dating, you're not forming a friendship. You're dating.
You're dating.
You're going out to the restaurants, you're going to the movies, you're doing all of the things that are, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But how deeply are you understanding that person and knowing that person? Like, you can ask all the questions. Like, one of the questions they ask at and Pop the Balloon all the time is like, how do you handle conflict? Yeah, I mean, cool. I could tell you how I handle conflict, how I think I handle conflict.
Exactly.
Pretty sure if Fab explains how I handle conflict might be a little bit different. right? So it's interesting because I think we all say and know the things that we want and how we want things to be.
Yeah.
But when it comes to it actually being that way and you doing things intentionally to make sure that person is your friend, to make sure when you handle conflict, it's this and that way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think what I'm trying to say is people are not as self-aware as they think they are.
Yeah, we all are.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
We all act like that, but we're gonna say to other people, no, I'm like that. I'm like this, and I'm like that. And that's how we see. That's how we see ourselves, and that's how, like you say, in Pop the Balloon and everything. And also they all come with the same question and everything. But
no, but it's something that you always say is like you need another person to be able to grow, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
When you're in a healing stage, for example, if you've had relationships with lots of conflict before, or if you haven't, imagine if you had a relationship that didn't have a lot of conflict.
Yes.
And then you get into another relationship where there is, it's like you won't even know what to do.
Yes. But you learn that's crazy. You learn all those things with your partner. You learn how to resolve them with your partner. Even if we had, and that's why time, it's your best friends. When you talk about attachment style and all these things, and you say that you are like this, like that, only the time with the person will show if what you say was true. You know what I mean? If what the person said that they were true about everything, only the time will show it. So
I saw that people can't really hide who they truly are after 3 weeks. In general, I know you don't believe those things,
yes,
but you start to really show your true self after about 3 weeks of dating somebody. You can see micro snippets of who that person is, how they react to things, when they don't like something, when they like something.
After 3 weeks, but also it will depend if you stay at home and you sleep there.
Oh yeah,
you know.
True.
If you come and you go back.
If you're constantly like going somewhere, you know, it's very different than when you're actually in a environment where you get to know each other deeply.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have to do your little habit in front of the other, in front of the partner. When you can see what are their daily habits.
Like habits, yeah.
Then you can start to have a little taste of what it would feel to stay with someone. This is so important. I think like the explorationship really help us, I would say unconsciously, because we were. That's what we asked for. That's what we said. That's what we were saying to each other. That's what we wanted.
Right. It was like, I think that stage of our relationship was intentional in some ways, but also unintentional. And that is why we realized that all these things that we were doing, maybe not for the result that we got, ended up working.
Yeah.
To kind of get this result of being in a fulfilling relationship.
Obviously, I felt so good.
Yeah.
I felt so good during those moments.
Same.
Then after, I was like, and that's what I said, that woman, it's the woman who make the man change in his about this choice that you have to make about am I going in a relationship or not when you are single for a while, for example, and you're dating without purpose, but you know that you just don't want to be in a relationship, you know?
Right.
Only the woman can make you make this choice. And that's what after I felt so good. Mm-hmm. And I was like, at one point I was like, wait a minute. Should I be in a relationship? Because this is amazing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if you have argued or whatever, like we said before.
Yeah.
If your argument can be healthy. That's the thing.
It can be healthy, and it could be a blessing. Like at the end of the day, you have somebody to argue with who you love, and someone to work through things with who you love. And I think as humans, we all strive to find love. It's literally what drives us through life.
That's not
or
what,
companionship.
That's not the narrative that those people want to. When you watch, if you watch social media, if you watch this thing about men against women, if you watch all those little podcasts, when you have those alpha men who talk about women and say, blah, we don't need that, we need that. Women, we don't need your money. Last time I forgot his name. What is this guy who was talking with random people, random girl? Remember I show you? I forgot his name. He looked like a little bit Indian. I forgot his name.
No, I don't know him.
Anyway, and he was talking, and he was like.
Yeah. Okay, that guy. I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
And he was like, do you know why men don't need do you know why men doesn't care about women money? And in my head, I was like, what is this guy gonna say again?
Right, like what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? And the girl, and I forgot what he was saying. He said it's because we are the one who have to provide. We are the one who have to do this and that and that. No, that's not for that. That's not true. It's because in a patriarchal society,
right,
you take everything from the woman, so they didn't have nothings. And in the Western world, from I don't know how many years, you are the one who was with all the power.
Right.
So that became a pattern inside the education.
Right.
So then you have men who grow with the idea that the women are just there to serve them.
Right.
No more than that. And be also the carrier.
Yeah, of course.
Of your child. You know what I mean? It's deeper than that.
It's definitely that. It's definitely that, because years and years of conditioning,
of course,
has made men think that women are just the host.
Yes.
To be used in whatever way, as long as these men provide a roof over our heads and give us money. And that's their prize for, being the provider, and our prize is serving them in whichever way they want. And so it is tough when you have that mentality. However, I do see that the new generation, I feel like starting with our generation in some ways, are becoming a little bit different in how they date. Like, there's a lot more men out there saying that they want a partner, like an actual partner and an actual friend, and are working on themselves to also be better and be more open-minded. Like, I do see a change in some ways. There is a lot of people who are, I guess, realizing that relationships are powerful in their life.
Yes.
I think a lot of people, like wealthy people, understand that family and relationships are the most important things and your most important assets as well. Yeah.
There is that. There is also, I feel like, also the fact that the cost of living starting to be so much expensive. Now you just don't want a wife, you want also a partner of work. As a man, that's what I'm talking about. That's also, this thing is changing as well.
We're going to talk about all of the gold digging ass men who, I read this meme and I really believe that shit. It said how men are the real gold diggers because they want a woman to work, raise their kids, cook, clean, whatever else, and they just go to work and come home.
That's amazing.
And do the bare minimum.
But that's amazing. That's amazing. You know why?
Why? That's true.
I'm working from home. I'm working as well with you. We are working together. Mm-hmm. So I'm with the kids. Yeah. We don't want to put them in daycare and all these things. Yeah. So now I know the amount of work. Now I know. That's
so true, babe.
Oh, I'm here driving. The guys there looking for me. Now I know. And when I hear those things, I'm like, another man who probably wasn't there. Another man who probably come back home at 5 p.m., 6,
Yeah.
stay 2 hours with their child,
Yeah.
are totally exhausted because the child asks a lot, because of course they want to play with you. You want there all day.
Right.
You know? But you as well, you're tired, so you feel like that's too much.
Right.
And as you're not there, you think like the woman
Didn't do nothing all day.
nothing all day.
Right. Oh, you just looked after the kids. Oh, you just cooked.
Exactly.
And you just mopped or something. Like nothing really. Like it's nothing.
Exactly. So only men who didn't know what is it to be there will talk like that.
That's crazy though, because you just opened my eyes for a minute. Like I did not even. This is funny because even you open my eyes to the fact that you actually understand what it takes to look after children, as let's say like a stay-at-home mom would have to do. Children, and not even just the kids, like the house. You see how much shit there is to do in the house? Like all you gotta do is eat one time, heat up food one time.
You can be sure that I'm a professional at cleaning the kitchen.
He is.
I'm a professional. I became a professional. Every day. This thing doesn't change. That's crazy. Sorry I cut you. But
that's another source of our arguments. No, let me stop.
Yeah. I mean, every part of the house is an argument source.
No, but seriously, that's the thing though. I think you have to be looking for real partnership, real friendship in order to build something sustainable.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's going to be difficult, because you're going to think that each person has a role to play.
Yeah.
But each person's role is to be what you need to be in that moment. So if I'm sick, you're gonna need to be doing all of the things.
All of the things.
And it's the same when you're unwell, or when you're not. Even if you're not sick, even if I just notice that you're tired, I can pick up the slack. Whether it's cooking, whether it's taking out the trash, whether it's driving, whether it's doing something for work, whether it's doing research, or whatever it is. When one is down, the other one has to supplement, right? It has to be there for that.
Yes.
Whereas, I don't think people think like that in relationships right now, because purely transactional. Oh, sorry, let me just finish. But it's like, okay, well, your job is to cook. You're sick, you didn't cook today, right?
Yeah.
Or you didn't do the laundry, you were sick, I don't have socks for work. It's a problem, that's the argument. Instead of the man getting in there, washing the dishes, doing the laundry, whatever he needs to do to help out his wife at home.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of arguments happen, I think, is the fact that you have a misunderstanding because you don't actually have a friendship.
Because they want to make gender role. They understand that gender role were coming from when the men had the whole power and were the one who was defining what is the role in the houses.
Yeah.
But now gender role of what? There is no gender role. Like sometimes I have to do everything. That's it. Sometimes you have to do everything. Sometimes we can share the thing. That's it. We do what the couple, what the team, what the entity that we are created need to get through certain moment of life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only reason gender role will never work.
And it's not going to work in this society either.
Of course not. Of course.
Maybe if we were living in like village communities and women had a part to play in that small community and the men had a part to play, that's a different story because you're living collectively as a group.
Yes.
Right? But when you're in an individualistic society like this, and you only have each other, a lot of us, especially who are immigrants, like don't have a lot of family to help. Like, yes, we obviously have my mom here to help, let's say, which is a great blessing, but most people don't have anyone. And obviously she has her own life and job and all that stuff, so it's not like it's not like an everyday thing.
Yes.
And it just makes it a lot harder because you literally have to do everything by yourself, whether it's somebody getting sick.
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
While you're sick.
Right.